My name is STID1103 alias. I am from Group 6. Today I am going to present about the history of the World Wide Web. For your information, World Wide Web is the information system that interlink hypertext document and also the other digital resources that are accessed via the internet. Usually, the World Wide Web, or simply known as the web, where the hypertext document, or we also can call it as a web page, which is its primary text document that usually formatted with the hypertext markup language or HTML. This means that www is a huge collection of the document, or we can call it as a web page, as I mentioned that web page will written in HTML. So this page will link to each other by the hyperlink, and when the hyperlink take you for a picture or video, it is called by the hypermedia. Sir Tim Berners-Lee is a British computer scientist, and he is the inventor of the World Wide Web. After graduating from the Oxford University, Berners-Lee became software engineer at CERN, the Large Particle Physics laboratory near the Geneva, Switzerland. In 1989 until 1990, he introduced the World Wide Web at the CERN in Switzerland. And the World Wide Web is often abbreviated as a web or WWW. But now, the World Wide Web is managed by a committee, which is the World Wide Web Consortium, or W3. The World Wide Web has two components, which is its structure and also the semantic. For the structure component, it has a client or browser, server, caches, and also the internet. But for the semantic component, it has only three, which is HTTP, HTML, and URL. Each component for the structural, it has four, right? Which is its client. Client is for the dominant implementation. Server is a run of sophisticated hardware, which is a node that provides the information or service. For the caches have a many interesting implementation, and then internet, of course. I think you know, right? What is the internet? Internet is the global infrastructure, which is facilitates the data transfer. For the semantic component, it has three components, which is the HTTP, HTML, and URL. HTTP is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. For HTML is the Hypertext Markup Language, and the URL is the Uniform Resources Identifiers. Each tree type for the semantic component has their own function, which is for the HTTP, it is a set of rules for the transferring any file, such as text, graphic, video, image, sound, and also the other multimedia file on the World Wide Web. HTML usually a text file. Step 5 of the web page will written in HTML, and then HTML is the hypertext markup language, which is its markup language is the language that describes the content and the structures of any document. And lastly, for the URL, Uniform Resources Identifiers, which is I think you know that every website on the internet has their own unique address, or it also can be called the URL. That's all from me, and thank you.